Mr. President, Senate Bill 103 is about children with psychiatric, emotional challenges and providing them with a sound education and an opportunity for success. Residential psychiatric treatment centers care for children suffering from serious mental illness who have been confined by a doctor's or court order to a residential psychiatric treatment center. The time of hospitalization is usually somewhere between 30 days up to 1 year. These children are obviously removed from their neighborhood schools during this time, and as a result, they fall behind their classmates. They need intense remediation when they return to the classroom, and sometimes, Mr. President, these kids never catch up. We heard from parents whose children never caught up because they were gone from their neighborhood schools for so long. The problem is that the psychiatric treatment centers have found that some school districts fail to collaborate and support their patients' education during the time that the children are hospitalized. Consequently, psychiatric treatment centers are seeking to make up for this gap by providing teachers and equipment to continue the education services even while the children are confined for treatment. The goal? That children can return to their neighborhood schools and classrooms and classmates, and they're able to step back into those classrooms academically, seamlessly. This bill amends the statute that would authorize a 3-year pilot program for school districts to contract with the psychiatric treatment facilities to provide educational services to their patients, these children. The children are confined to these facilities and need the ongoing education to stay up with their classmates. The educational services would align with the neighborhood schools class that the children were missing. So the treatment centers would submit a proposed contract to the local school district that would meet 21 rigorous educational standards and accountability measures found in AS 1430-800. You see this in the bill, the 21 rigorous standards. In addition, the proposed contract must include a proposed reimbursement rate. The local school board then would review the contract and would issue a decision within 30 days, including findings of fact and conclusion of law. The treatment center can appeal any adverse decision to the Commissioner of Education and then to the State Board of Education, similar to the appeal process that's already in place for a charter school. There are about 12 psychiatric treatment centers statewide which could choose to educate their students this way. And that would impact about 200 kids, Mr. President, 200 children. Only about a few of the larger facilities would likely take advantage of this provision. So this is a pilot project. I want to repeat that, Mr. President. It is a pilot project. It will test this for 3 years, and then it will sunset, and at the end of that sunset, we will have available educational outcomes for evaluation and comparison. Did it work? You should know, Mr. President, that the Fairbanks School District already has a contract with the Boys and Girls Home of Alaska, which is working very well for those 24 children that are being treated there. Mr. President, I have a letter from one of the students who has experienced an education program like is being proposed in this bill. Permission to read from the letter, Mr. President?
No objection.
I just want to thank you so much for pushing me so hard while I was here. I got a $3,500 scholarship because of you. I always told me that I was not completed school yet, and you came in and helped me at night and never let me believe what others said, that I would never get a diploma. Thank you. That comes from a student who went through one of these psychiatric treatment center education programs that aligned with the child's school. She was able to get right back into her classroom and successfully complete her education. We also heard from moms whose children, in one case, ended up in the correction system, Mr. President, because they fell so far behind that that young man gave up. A yes vote on Senate Bill 103 supports these children and their families who are coping with so many challenges. It is a step toward ensuring that these children have a chance at life success as they resolve the psychiatric challenges they face and emerge with a foundational education for success. I urge a yes vote on Senate Bill 103. Thank you, Mr. President.